This is a woman who is 77 years old. But if you don't know her real age, most people will give her a maximum of 50-something. Light gait, straight posture, radiant skin, stylish image, and so much energy that many young people can only envy. Her name is Roxanne Gould, and the most amazing thing about this story is that she has never had plastic surgery or looked for magical ways to stop aging. Her appearance is the result of habits that are accessible to almost everyone. But some of them are so underestimated that they can have the greatest impact on health and longevity. Therefore, be sure to watch the video to the end. Perhaps it is today that you will find a habit that will completely change the quality of your life in a few years. Roxanne is convinced that youth does not begin with the face, but with the body. You can use expensive cosmetics, but if your muscles become weak and your movements become stiff, your age will still be noticeable. Therefore, sport occupies an important place in her life. It is not limited to one type of activity. On different days, she does yoga, Pilates, strength training, attends group fitness classes, and swims regularly. This approach helps to develop not only strength, but also flexibility, coordination, balance, and endurance. It is the variety that prevents the body from getting used to the same type of load and makes training more effective. Strength exercises are especially important. After the age of 50, the body begins to lose muscle mass faster, and with it, strength decreases and metabolism slows down. Regular workouts help preserve muscles, maintain bone density, and allow you to stay active longer. Yoga improves joint mobility and posture, while Pilates strengthens the deep muscles responsible for spine health. A useful tip to take from Roxanne is not to look for the perfect workout. It is much more effective to combine different types of activity. For example, do strength exercises twice a week. Pay attention to stretching or yoga once or twice, and walk more on the rest of the days. This approach is much more useful than endlessly repeating the same program. Roxanne's other habit is swimming. It puts a strain on almost all muscles, while not overloading joints, and is suitable for people of any age. In addition, calm movements in the water help reduce stress levels, which is considered one of the main factors of premature aging. She spends no less time outdoors. For her, walking is not just a way to walk a certain number of steps. This is an opportunity to take your mind off the hustle and bustle, restore your emotional state, and fill up with energy. Research shows that walking in nature helps reduce stress hormones and has a beneficial effect on the immune system. Sometimes 40 minutes in the park is more useful than another hour in front of a phone screen. Nutrition also plays an important role. Roxanne does not follow strict diets. Instead of constant prohibitions, she relies on products that really benefit the body. Her diet contains a lot of vegetables, herbs, berries, fruits, fish, high-quality protein, legumes, eggs, and fermented dairy products. She tries to choose whole foods with minimal processing and does not completely prohibit sweets, so that the diet remains comfortable throughout life. Self-care occupies a special place in Roxanne's life. She has never had plastic surgery and believes that real attractiveness begins with respect for her own body. Regular skincare, sun protection, enough water, proper sleep, and exercise give a much more stable result than attempts to quickly change the appearance by artificial methods. She also pays great attention to her style. Roxanne doesn't try to look younger at any cost. She combines different styles of clothing, experiments with images, and chooses something that emphasizes her personality. When a person likes their own reflection in the mirror, they are more likely to take care of their health, and this effect is gradually becoming part of their lifestyle. Constant development plays an equally important role in Roxanne's life. Despite her age, she reads a lot, studies new topics, and does not stop studying. It's the same kind of training for the brain as it is for the muscles. By learning new skills, reading unfamiliar literature, or trying something new, a person creates additional neural connections that help preserve memory, attention, and clarity of thought for longer. Another important part of her life is traveling. For Roxanne, this is not just a vacation, but an opportunity to get new experiences, meet people, see a different culture, and go beyond the usual routine. It is the new emotions that make life full and help you feel much younger. But perhaps Roxanne's main secret lies in her attitude to life itself. She doesn't put off happiness for later and doesn't wait for the perfect moment to start living the way she wants. She understands that time is the most valuable resource, so she tries not to waste it on constant doubts and endless expectations. This is not about recklessness. On the contrary, she has learned to distinguish her own desires from those imposed. If she wants to spend the day with her loved ones, that's what she chooses. If there is an opportunity to go to a new place or try something interesting, she does not look for dozens of reasons to refuse. It is this habit that helps you live your life brighter and with fewer regrets. There is another principle that is rarely discussed. Roxanne regularly changes the usual rhythm of life. Sometimes she chooses a different path during a walk, tries a new dish, signs up for unfamiliar classes, or starts reading an author she has never discovered before. Such small things force the brain to constantly adapt and prevent life from turning into an endless repetition of the same days. Another useful habit is to leave time without haste and information noise. It seems to a modern person that every minute should be filled with business, news, or phone. But it is precisely the short periods of silence that help the nervous system recover and the brain to better cope with the load. Sometimes it's enough just to sit in the park, observe nature, or calmly drink a cup of tea without a phone in your hands. Close people play a huge role in Roxanne's life. She spends time with family and friends regularly because she understands that emotional health is just as important as physical health. Sincere communication, walks together, laughter, and a sense of support help to bear stress easier and make life more fulfilling. A variety of workouts, swimming, walking, good nutrition, constant development, new experiences, high-quality self-care, time with loved ones, and respect for their desires gradually create the result that others call eternal youth. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.